Special thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Buffalo MRAP. The Buffalo MRAP is a wheeled, mine-resistant, ambush-protected, armored military vehicle built by Force Protection Incorporated Division of General Dynamics. It is the largest vehicle in Force Protection lineup, followed by the Cougar MRAP and the Ocelot Light Protected Patrol Vehicle LPPV. The Buffalo vehicle is designed based on the successful South African Casper mine-protected vehicle. The Casper is a 4-wheeled vehicle while the Buffalo has 6 wheels. The Buffalo is also fitted with a large articulated arm used for ordnance disposal. Both vehicles incorporate a V-shaped monohull chassis that directs the force of the blast away from the occupants. So yeah, the Buffalo here, a crazy MRAP. This thing is absolutely massive, and you may be wondering, like, it looks huge. This is actually how it is, 2 to 1. The height of it alone at standard is 4 to 1, which is just insane to me. This is just an insanely big vehicle. I never really thought it was as big as it actually is, so it's pretty wild. I think the vehicle itself looks really sweet and is just a absolute beast of an MRAP. The version we have in front of us is the A1 version. I guess it's also known as the Buffalo H. But the main part difference is that this one does not have the RPG protected kind of screening, which the A2 version has. So that's kind of the main difference here. And the main reason I decided not to go with the screen is I felt like with the details and stuff on the vehicle, it didn't really fit right. It wasn't really going to work for the vehicle design and all that stuff, so I decided to go and opt out of it. But I still think it looks really awesome and is a super sweet vehicle even without that. So yeah, before we go and take a look at the vehicle, I want to go and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month and earn a vehicle request every month that you do pledge. It helps me out with supporting the channel and my work, and it's obviously much appreciated by myself, and you know, you get the cool benefit of getting a vehicle request of your choosing. So definitely feel free to check that out. Again, the link is down in the video description, or all my video descriptions. Anyways, let's go and dive into taking a look at the vehicle, covering all the details and all that stuff, because there is quite a bit to take in for this vehicle. So starting off with, we have obviously the front of the vehicle here, lots of detail. The got a little bit of the kind of RPG protection system here, but it seemed like a lot of the MRAPs do have it. They just don't have it on the side. So that's what we got going on the front here. Just some various little stuff like that. The front lights. We also have the articulated arm here, which can be extended outward to actually dispose of mines. So that's kind of cool. And you can see it's folded back like so. Up on top here, we have the little emergency lights. I imagine that would flash, or hazard lights that would flash when the arm's in motion or being used. We also have a remote controlled 50 caliber machine gun mounted on top here, which is kind of an optional addition. Some have them, some don't, but you know, I think it looks definitely cooler to have a gun on it. And we have there one of the hazard lights back here, all the different radio antennas, instruments, stuff like that. And right here is the cab, so we're the crew. You can see it's a crew of about 6 passengers. I think it takes 2 to operate the vehicle and can carry 4 passengers. Lots of detail here in the chassis, so with the kind of suspension systems, all that stuff, really detailed in terms of all of that. And as we come to the back here, we have basically this kind of back, I guess, bed for the truck you can put stuff in. I think most of the time it's left pretty much empty, probably for storage of you know, ammo or various equipment and stuff for, you know, troops and stuff. But you know, for this, we're just going to leave it open, and you can add whatever you guys want to it. But yeah, overall, a really highly detailed build, and I think it's going to look absolutely awesome in any convoys or anything like that you guys got going on. But overall, a really awesome vehicle. And all that, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by starting with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layer, we're going ahead and start with layer number 1. For layer 1, we're going to go and start off by getting our left front wheel set up, and we're going to place down 2 narrow brick stairs back to back from each other to go ahead and make the front wheel. From this, we're going to go to the second stair, so we're going to go and have our vehicle facing that direction, so we're going to go to the stair furthest from the front. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor coming off of it, followed by a stone top slab, iron trapdoor, and then we're going to build a second wheel over here on this side, like so. From this point here, we're going to go and take our yellow wool or just whatever block you have that you can delete later. We're going to go ahead and go build back from these nether brick stairs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 spaces back, and we're going to go then place down another nether brick stair like this, upside down stair behind it, and then a iron trap door coming off of it, stone top slab, iron trap door, and then again a nether brick upside down stair with a stair behind it on that side. We're going to go and then skip another space on both sides here, and we're going to place down another set of 2 nether brick stairs back to back and an iron trap door, followed by a stone top slab, iron trap door, and then a nether brick upside down stair and upside down stair like that. So basically looking at it from above here, we should have something that looks just like this. Again, we have a space of 6 blocks between the front axle here and this middle axle, and we can go and delete any placeholder blocks or anything like that that we placed. Also on the back here, we're going to be going ahead and going back from the stairs. So we're going to go over, or basically let's go from the iron trap door. We're going to go 1 and 2 blocks back, and then we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor like this. And this is going to be on the left side of the vehicle and the left side only. So looking at it from above, we should get something that looks just like this here for our first layer here, layer number 1. With that out of the way, that's going to complete layer 1. Let's move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, going ahead and getting started with our second layer. We're going to go and start off by going ahead and going to our nether brick stairs. We're going to place down 2 stairs on top of these upside down stairs back to back. So it's like this for each one of our wheels here to go ahead and build a total of our 6 wheels. So just like this all the way around, and just like that. Once we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front here. We're going to go and place down a stone slab on top of this one right here, followed by a stone brick wall to both sides. When that's finished there, we're going to go and take our smooth sandstone top slabs. We're going to place down 1 and 2 top slabs going forward, followed by a birchwood fence gate opened up like that toward this top slab, and then on both sides of the fence gate, we're going to place down a skeleton skull like so. We also want to grab ourselves an end rod, and coming off this smooth stone or sandstone top slab, we're going to place down a iron end rod like that on both sides, in between that and the nether brick stair. When you get to the front here, we're going to go and take a birchwood top slab. We're going to place it down coming off this fence gate, followed by 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 birchwood trap or top slabs out to both sides, and that's going to create a row of 5, and then a skeleton skull coming off the middle one like that. Once that's done, going ahead and working our way toward the back, coming off these stone brick walls, we're going to place down a stone slab like that, and then going up from this, we're going to go up and place down a stone top slab like that in the middle. Now from this point here, we're going to take our smooth stone blocks. We're going to place down 1 and 2 smooth stone blocks, and we're then going to go ahead and take a sandstone wall, and we're going to place down a row of 2 of sandstone walls on both sides. From that row of 2 of sandstone walls, we're going to place down 2 end rods like this, going out to the sides, and then coming off these end rods, we're going to place down birchwood fence gates and have them opened up toward the end rods. On each fence gate going out to the side, we're also going to place down another fence gate like that. And same thing over here. So just like that. Once that's finished, we're going to go and place down a stone top slab coming off this sandstone or smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone slab going down like this to both sides at an angle. In the middle here, we're going to place down a sandstone slab, followed by a stone brick wall there to both sides. Once that's finished, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1 and 2, 1 and 2 sandstone walls across like this, and in the middle space here, we can go ahead and place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks like that to close that space off. From this point here, we're going to place down a stone slab in the middle, followed by a stone brick wall to both sides, and we want to go and then place down another sandstone wall there on both sides. And again, we can place down a smooth sandstone block there in the middle. From that point there, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a sandstone stair. We're going to place down a sandstone stair coming off this smooth sandstone block. And then to both sides of the stair, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate. And then come off the birchwood fence gate, we're going to place down another brick top slab to both sides like so. And then after the nether brick top slabs there, we're going to place down a black banner coming off those top slabs just like that. And also coming off these fence gates, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame and also some red stained glass. We're going to place down an item frame on each of these fence gates, followed by red stained glass in the item frames. On the birchwood trapdoor here, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate on top of it and opened up toward the outside. So just like that. And then coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down a birchwood sign. Over here on the other side, we're going to place down a birchwood sign coming off this birchwood fence gate right there for the brake light. And then in the middle space here, we just want to place down a birchwood fence gate opened up toward this smooth sandstone stair. And once you have that done, that's going to almost create the basis. One last thing, we're going to go to these sandstone walls here, and we're going to place down a birchwood sign here to both sides like that. And after that's all complete, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for the vehicle. As you can see from above, this is what we should have for the chassis. It looks kind of like a mess right now, but once we build onto our next layer, it's gonna, make a little bit more sense and flow together a little bit better. But yeah, also I will be showing you guys real quick how to do the banners before we move into layer 3, which are basically these banners that are on the wheels, like so. So anyways, let's go and move into those banners real quick, and then we'll continue on. Alright guys, to make these banners, it's really simple. We're going to go and start off by placing down a loom, and we're going to go and place our black banner in the loom. We're going to need 2 black banners for this, so make sure you just have 2 of those on standby. We're going to go and start off by placing down a row of light gray dye, or just gray dye, standard gray dye in the dye slot. And we're going to go and select the line here on the left side, and we're going to go and take our second banner, and we're going to go and do a line here on the right side. We're going to put our banners back in. We're going to go and grab our black dye and swap out the dye for black. We're going to go and do a line across the top here and a line across the bottom. And that right there is going to create this wheel. We're going to go and do the same thing with our other banner. So we're going to go and do the line across the top and line across the bottom. And just like that, we have our 2 banners here, 4 wheels, and we can go and just put them on our wheels just like this. You're getting a nice look to the wheels. They're going to kind of give it a little bit more of a beefier look and a little bit more detail as well. And so that's going to be applied to each one of these wheels, and once you have that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 2. With that, let's move into layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer 3. Now layer 3, we have to pay close attention here because we do start to see some differences in both sides of the vehicle. The Buffalo H is by no means symmetrical, so do be sure that we are paying close attention to what we're placing on both sides, just to make sure everything is accurate. Anyways, for us to go ahead and get started here, we're going to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater on top of this birchwood top slab here in the middle, and we're going to flip the notches out to the sides, and then we want to go ahead and then place down a birchwood trapdoor to both sides of it. Coming off those trapdoors, we're going to place down an item frame, and then in those item frames, we're going to place down snowballs. Like that, and you're going to have your headlights. Once that's done, we want to go ahead and go to the left side here. So this birchwood top slab, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and on the other side here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a anvil. Now, from this point here, we can go ahead and then take iron bars, and coming off the anvil, and then coming off the iron bar, we can place down 2 across right here, and same thing over here. This one coming off this birchwood fence post and that trapdoor, you have 2 iron bars. And the space in between them, we can go ahead and just link them up with a birchwood fence gate. When that's all done, we're going to go ahead and go back from this. We're going to place down a smooth stone, it's going to be actually a smooth stone slab. So we're going to place down a smooth stone slab here in the middle, and then to both sides, we're going to place down a smooth stone, or smooth sandstone stair. Then come off the smooth sandstone stair out to the side, we're going to place down an upside down stair. That's going to be on both sides like so. In the middle space here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone wall to both sides. And then over here to the left side, we're going to place down one more additional sandstone wall out to the side, followed by an item frame, a smooth stone block in the item frame, and a birchwood sign. And that's going to be on the left side. The right side we're going to leave as is. From this point here, we're going to place down another smooth stone block here in the middle, followed by again a sandstone wall to both sides. And then this time, coming off the sandstone wall, we're going to be placing down a nether brick top slab on both sides of that sandstone wall. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone, row 3 of sandstone full blocks across the middle space here, and then a nether brick upside down stair on both sides. And then come off the back of the nether brick stair, we will be placing down a black banner like that on both sides. Going down the middle here, we're going to take our smooth stone blocks, and we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to go and stop at 7 blocks back down the middle. Now from this point, we're going to go ahead and then take our sandstone stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 6 sandstone upside down stairs. And same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we can also go ahead and put spare tires mounted on the side here, so we're going to go and go to our middle 2 stairs here. So our third and our fourth one, and we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs like that. They basically should be on top of those end rods, and we'll have them upside down. And we're going to go and place them down on both sides there to keep it the same. Once that's done, going back to this point here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone brick wall on top of these stone brick walls there. So just like that on both sides. And then going back, or coming off this stone brick wall, we will be placing down another brick slab. Again, same thing on both sides. From this point here, we want to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 blocks back again. We're going to place down 2 sandstone upside down stairs. And again, taking our stone brick walls, we're going to place down a stone brick wall on both sides. After that, we're going to go ahead and go from this nether brick slab. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 nether brick top slabs, and same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go ahead and place down another smooth stone or sandstone block there in the middle, sandstone upside down stair to both sides, and then coming off of this nether brick top slab, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a nether brick upside down stair. Just like that on both sides. And then going ahead and continue on the back, we're going to place down another smooth stone block in the middle here, followed by a sandstone upside down stair coming off both sides of it. Now on the back here, we're going to go and place down a stone button on the center smooth stone block. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate on top of this one right here for our ladder. And again, have it open up toward the back. And then coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down a birchwood sign. So just like that. And once that's finished there, we want to go ahead and go to the top of these nether brick top slabs. We're going to place down a birchwood fence post on both sides. Now that's almost it for this layer. One thing to also throw on is we have these little racks here on the sides that stick out. So we're going to be going ahead and going to this nether brick top slab. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 birchwood trapdoors like this coming out to both sides. So 1, 2, and 3, just like that. And that right there is going to wrap it up. What we have for this layer, pretty straightforward stuff. And again, you can kind of start to see a little bit of the shape starting to come into play. Anyways, that is going to wrap up layer number 3. With that, let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and begin with, we're going to go to this smooth stone block here in the middle, or sandstone block in the middle. We're going to place, or slab, we're going to place down a black concrete block on top of it, followed by a sandstone block to be with both sides. We're then going to place down dark oak wood buttons coming off these 2 blocks like so, and then a ladder coming off the black concrete block there in the middle. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go to the side here, and we're going to place down a smooth sandstone upside down stair on top of this anvil, and to both sides of it we're going to be placing down an item frame. Now over here on the item frame toward the middle, we're going to be going ahead and taking our full block, and we'll be placing it down like this, and then over here on the outside side we're going to place down the full block in it, in the item frame, and also a wooden sign of birchwood like that to cover that up. Once that's all complete there, we want to go in and also grab our birchwood fence post, and we're going to build 1 fence post on top of this one, and also our iron bars. We're going to build 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 iron bars up like that. Once that's done, going ahead and continuing on, over here on the, or in the middle space, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block, followed by a sandstone upside down stair to both sides. Over here on the left side, we will be placing down a skeleton skull coming off this stair like that. And the right side we're going to leave as is. Once that's done, we're going to place down another sandstone block there in the middle, followed by a sandstone upside down stair to both sides, and then we want to place down a row of 3 of sandstone going across. With that done, we're going to then place down 2 levers on top of these, the upside down nether brick stair and top slab, and we're going to place them flick toward each other just like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of smooth stone going across. We're going to place down a second row, and then on the ends of these rows we're going to be going ahead and taking our sandstone walls, placing down 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. For our next set of rows, we're going to place down another row, 2 rows of 3. This time we're going to take our nether brick stairs and we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs on top of each other, or on top of these 2 stairs back to back like that, to go ahead and make the wheels here. And we can go ahead and grab our banners from earlier and put the banners on these wheels on the side here as well. With that done, we're going to then take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 3 across, followed by a second row of 3, a third row, and then we want to place down a row of 3 of sandstone walls on both sides. Now when we get to this point right here, we want to go ahead and then place down a birchwood plank in the middle, a smooth sandstone block to both sides here, and then a sandstone wall come off the sides there. After that's done, going back from these sandstone walls, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sandstone walls back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then across the back here, just a row of 3 of smooth sandstone. Now in the middle space on the inside here, we're going to go and kind of detail this up a little bit by placing down a sandstone slab on top of those two walls. And we're also going to go and take stone pressure plates and cover the rest of the floor up here with stone pressure plates to give it a little bit more of a detailed look there. Once that's done on the sides, we will be building this little racks here on the sides. So we're going to place down 3 iron bars on both sides here. We're going to go and then grab ourselves birchwood signs, and we're going to place down birchwood signs wrapped around the iron bars on the ends. So like that. And same thing over here. Oops. So just like that. Right here as well. And like so. And then we just want to place down a birchwood trapdoor coming off this iron bar. And same thing over there. And that's going to do it there for those racks. Moving to the back, we want to go ahead and place down another birchwood fence gate. That's going to be on top of this one for this ladder. Have it opened up toward the back here, and then a birchwood sign coming off of it. And then on both sides of it, we're going to be placing down a skeleton skull like that. Again to both sides, and then a stone button on that block right there. And with that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 4. As you can see, again, more of the vehicle building up, or getting built up. We're starting to get some shape going and stuff, so it's starting to look pretty good. Anyways, that's it for layer number 4. With that, let's move into layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go to our iron bars here. We're going to place down 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 iron bars going up like that. And in the space in between them, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence gate. So just like that. Once that's done, over here on the right side, on top of this upside down stair, we're going to place down a sandstone wall. And over here on the other side, we're going to be placing down a birchwood fence post. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block on top of this one, a ladder going up, and then to both sides of the black concrete block, we're going to place down a sandstone block. And then a dark oak wood button coming off those 2 blocks. After that's done, going ahead and going back from this, we're going to place down a row 3 of sandstone going back, followed by a second row 3, and then a third row 3. And then on both ends here of the last 2 rows of 3, we're going to be placing down some walls like that going across there. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some birchwood trapdoors, and we're going to place down birchwood trapdoors on the side of these 2 smooth sandstone blocks. Also here on the right side, in the right side of the vehicle only, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off that wall there, followed by an end rod that goes back from it. And then the left side, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate, come off this wall, opened up toward it, like so. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down another row 3 of sandstone blocks going across here. And we're going to grab ourselves some stairs, and we're going to place down an upside down stair here on both ends. Now over here on the left side, we're going to place down a sign, and over here on the right side, we're going to be placing down a end rod going back. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to place down another row 3 of full blocks, followed by an upside down stair on both ends. And over here on the right side, we're going to be placing down a wither skeleton skull like that. Going and continuing on, another row 3 of sandstone full blocks, a sandstone upside down stair to both sides, and on both sides we're going to have a birchwood sign like that. Again, the same thing we've been doing, so row 3 of full blocks across, sandstone upside down stair, and then another row 3 full blocks across, sandstone upside down stair again on both sides, and a birchwood birchwood sign coming off the front of the stairs. After that, we're going to go ahead and again do 2 more rows of 3 of sandstone full blocks, followed by 2 sandstone upside down stairs on both sides here. And then for the very back section here, we're going to place down a birchwood plank on top of this one. Coming off that birchwood plank, we want to place down a tripwire hook, and we're also going to place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks to both sides of it, and again an upside down stair to the sides. Coming off that upside down stair, we're going to be placing down a grindstone, so just like this, again, coming off both stairs to both sides. And then in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 stone buttons on top of those, or on the sides here, those 2 smooth sandstone blocks. After that, we're going to go and take our slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 slabs on the side here, and 1, 2, and 3 this side as well. Once that's done, on the very back here, we're going to place down a sandstone wall on top of these two walls here. We're going to go and then follow it up by placing down a birchwood trapdoor over here to the right side. We're then going to go ahead and grab ourselves some end rods. We're going to place down a end rod on top of this block here, on top of the skeleton skull, and top of this skeleton skull as well. And then on top of this birchwood fence gate, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor like that. And then lastly for us to do, over here on the left side and the left side wall only, we're going to place down a birchwood sign, just like that on the side there. And once you have that all complete, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 5. And with that, let's move into our next layer, layer number 6. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to be going ahead and grabbing ourselves some skeleton skulls, and on top of these iron bars, we're going to place down a skeleton skull like this to both sides. Going back from them, we're going to go ahead and then place down an end rod on both sides. And then we also want to place down skeleton skulls on these smooth sandstone blocks like that. After that's done, going ahead and go into our arm here. We're going to be going and placing down a smooth sandstone upside down stair on top of it, birchwood sign on the outside, so the right side here of the stair. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves item frames, and we are also going to need our smooth stone full block. We're going to place down an item frame on the side here and a smooth stone block in it, and same thing over here on this side as well. Also coming off the stair here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a smooth stone top slab. With that done, go into the middle space here. We're going to place down 1 and 2 birchwood trapdoors back, followed by a row of 3 that goes across like so. We're going to go and then grab ourselves light gray stained glass. We're going to place down a row of 3 of light gray stained glass blocks across, followed by a smooth sandstone stair to both sides. We're going to go and then grab our light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1 and 2 light gray stained glass panes coming off these stairs, 1 and 2. And then coming off the first light gray stained glass pane, we're going to be placing down a wooden sign or a birchwood sign going forward. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then take our light gray stained glass. We're going to place down a row of 5 across. We then want to place down a row of 3 across, followed by a smooth sandstone block on both ends. Over here on the right side, we will be placing down a wither skeleton skull on top of this one, so just like this. After that's done, we're going to place down another row of 5 of light gray stained glass going across. We're going to go ahead and then place down a smooth sandstone block on both sides, and another row of 3 of light gray stained glass blocks, and then a row of 4 of light gray stained glass blocks going across. Once we get to this point here, we're going to go and take our smooth stone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 5, followed by a second row of 5 across. And then from this point, we can go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass block on top of this block here in the middle, followed by a smooth sandstone block to both sides. Now when we get to this point, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood button on both sides of that glass block, and then we're going to place down a lever coming off these blocks here to both sides. One thing you can also do is you can go ahead and swap these blocks out here in the middle for light gray stained glass if you want to kind of keep a more visible look into the vehicle from the rear window. Or if you do want to do an interior, you can obviously hollow it out and not have the glass in the middle there to build a bit of an interior if you guys want. But yeah, that's what we have there for that. Over here on the right side, and the right side only, we're going to go and go off this smooth sandstone block. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate, and we want to go and then take some birchwood signs and wrap them around the fence gate. So just like this, all the way around. And then we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves birchwood trapdoors, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 birchwood trapdoors here, which will be used for this boom arm in the next few layers as we build the boom arm. Anyways, going ahead and come to the back here, we want to go ahead and go to the sides here actually real quick, as there's a few details I need to include. So one being, we're going to place down a birchwood button right there. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a tripwire hook. We're going to place down a tripwire hook here, followed by a birchwood button right here, and then after that we're going to go ahead and place down a lever on this smooth stone block, and this can be over here on the left side. Over here on the right side, we can place down a birchwood button on the side here of this block as well. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap that up. Let's go ahead and move into the back. So the back, real simple. We're just going to go ahead and grab our birchwood fence posts. We're going to place them down on top of these sandstone walls, and then we're going to go to these end rods and place down an end rod going up from each of those blocks like that. And anyways, once you have that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have for this layer. And with that, we'll move into our next layer, layer number 7. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer 7. For layer 7, we're going to start off by going ahead and going to this birchwood fence post. We're going to place down a fence gate on top of it and have it opened up to the side. We're going to have a birchwood trapdoor come off of it like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down a second birchwood trapdoor going back like that. And on the inside here, we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor come out the back of that one. So it's like this little kind of side thing like that sticks out. Going ahead and focusing in on our boom arm here, we're going to place down a polished andesite stair on top of this upside down stair, followed by a item frame to both sides of this andesite stair and an andesite block in the item frame. We also want to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off the front of the stair, and we're going to also place down dark oak wood signs to both sides of the stair, like so. After that's done, going ahead and going back from the stair, we're going to place down a andesite top slab. From there, we're going to go and place down a stone brick, a stone brick full block. We're going to go and skip back to the 2 trapdoors here. We're going to go ahead and go kind of up and over from them and place down a birchwood fence gate. And then coming off the fence gate, we're going to be placing down a grindstone, like that. After the fence gate, or on the side of the fence gate I should say, we're going to place down a birchwood sign. We're going to follow it up by placing down a smooth sandstone top slab with a birchwood sign on the side. And then we want to place down a second top slab, like that, going back. After that's done, that's going to do it there for our boom arm for this layer. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go and focus in on the actual vehicle itself now. We're going to place down a skeleton skull here on the inner light gray stainless pane, like that on both sides. And then in the middle space here on top of these 3 light gray stainless blocks, we're going to place down 3 birchwood trapdoors. From this point, going ahead and going back from this, we're going to place down an orange stained glass block, followed by a sandstone slab to both sides, and then a birchwood trapdoor again to both sides. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone slab there in the middle, birchwood trapdoor to both sides, or birchwood slab to both sides, and then a birchwood trapdoor. After that, we're going to go and place down a row of 3 of sandstone across, birchwood trapdoor again to both sides. When we get to this point here, you have kind of the option to add the machine gun if you want to add it. Then we're going to be going ahead and placing down a sandstone wall here, followed by a sandstone slab, and then a birchwood slab with a birchwood trapdoor to the side here. Same thing over here. If you don't want to add the machine gun up on top, you don't have to. You can just go ahead and place down a birchwood slab in that spot instead. Going ahead and continue on, we're going to place down another row, or we're actually going to place down a smooth sandstone slab here, and then one to the right side. And then over here on the left, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone stair, but again, if you're not including the machine gun, just go ahead and put a slab there. And then, of course, on both sides here, a birchwood trapdoor. After that, we're going to place down a birchwood, or a sandstone slab there in the middle, followed by a birchwood slab to both sides, and then a birchwood trapdoor like that to the ends. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a orange stained glass block here in the middle, followed by a sandstone slab to both sides, and then a birchwood trapdoor come off the sandstone slab to both sides like that. Then in the middle here, a sandstone stair with a birchwood sign coming off the back of it like that. And we're going to go ahead and also grab ourselves an item frame and a light gray, or a standard glass block. And in the item frame, we're going to place the item frame on the back of the stair, and in the item frame, a glass block like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone slab to both sides of the stair, and then coming off of it a birchwood trapdoor like that. And then we're just going to go and take our birchwood fence post, and going up from the levers, we're just going to have a fence post like that going up on both sides. Then on the back here, we're going to place down a sandstone wall on top of those birchwood fence posts, and then we want to go ahead and just place down a birchwood trapdoor on each of these end rods like that. And also on this fence gate here to the side, on the right side, we're going to place down a fence post, and over here to the left side on top of this lever, we're going to place down a fence post as well. And with that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 7. With that, we're going to move into our final layers, which are going to basically include layers 8, 9, 10, and 11. We're going to put all the final details on the roof here, the machine gun, finish their boom arm, all the antennas and all that stuff, and that'll pretty much wrap up the build. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our final layers, we have layers 8 through 11. For these layers to go ahead and begin with, we're going to go and place down a polished andesite slab on top of this stone brick wall, and then going back from here, we're going to place down a smooth stone slab. On top of this polished andesite top slab, we're going to place down a lever and flick it toward the back like so. And on the bottom here of this sandstone top slab, we're going to place down a lever as well and flick it toward the stone brick wall. After that's done, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a skeleton skull coming off the side of this block, and then coming off the back of the skeleton skull, another skull like so. And then coming off the skull itself, we're going to place down a sandstone slab, a lever on top of this one, flick toward the slab, and on the bottom of this slab, a lever and flick toward back to that slab like that. And then also, if you have this birchwood trapdoor open, just make sure it closes. And that right there is going to finish that arm there. Going ahead and moving into all of our antennas and all that, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to this birchwood fence post here on the left side. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 diorite walls up like that. And we're also going to go ahead and go to this fence post here in the back right, and we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 walls up as well. Going to this fence post here, we're going to place down one more fence post up, followed by a smooth sandstone full block, and then a skeleton skull on top of it like so. After that, on the other side here, we're going to place down a nether brick fence post that's going to go on top of this fence post here, and we're actually going to swap that fence post out for a sandstone wall. So my bad, just go ahead and make that quick swap there. And then on top of this fence post, we're just going to go up 1, 2, 3 iron bars up, just like that for the radio antennas. On the back here, on top of these 2 sandstone walls, we're going to place down nether brick fence post, and again 1, 2, and 3 iron bars up, and 1, 2, and 3 again for those antennas. And that right there is going to finish your antennas. Now going ahead and moving into the machine gun. For this, we're going to be going ahead and needing a nether brick upside down stair, or just a nether brick stair, an end rod, anvil, a wither skeleton skull, some sandstone walls, a smooth sandstone full block, birchwood trapdoor, and powered rails and all that. So to go ahead and get started with for this, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a anvil on top of this stair, followed by another brick upside down stair going forward, and then 2 end rods going forward. After that, we're going to place down 1 and 2 sandstone walls on the side here, and then over here on the left side, a sandstone wall coming off this nether brick stair, followed by a smooth sandstone block back. From that, we're going to place down a powered rail, followed by birchwood trapdoors on both sides of this block, and then coming off the anvil, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull toward the rear, and then on top of the nether brick upside down stair, we're just going to be placing down a redstone repeater with the notches flicked back like that for the machine gun. And with that all done, that is going to complete my tutorial for the Buffalo H MRAP. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this vehicle and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using it, I do say you guys give me proper credit for it. This being anything from the side of the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear in social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, that's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it continues to keep me inspired and to keep on posting this type of content. So definitely, if you guys do end up using it, you make sure you give me proper credit for it. Anyways, that's going to do it for that. Also, big thanks again to Fernand Weinchter for making this tutorial possible on Patreon. Make sure to take a look at my Patreon. Link is always down in my video descriptions. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.